Hi, this is Nicole from Photo Magic, and today I'm going to show you how to use our princess tiaras. Okay, so first you want to go to File, Place Embedded, and this is where you'll navigate to your tiara folder and select the tiara you wish to use. And from here we're going to just make it a little bit smaller. You want it to fit perfectly on your subject's head. Okay, I like to leave it hanging over on the edge slightly. I'm going to show you why in a minute. Okay, and then click the check mark. We've resized that. Next, I'm going to that layer and rasterize the tiara layer. Then you want to go to Edit, Transform, Warp. Okay, this is now going to allow us to wrap the tiara around her head and to give it a lot more dimension to appear very natural. One thing that's very important to do in this step is to make sure that all of the little dots in each part of the grid are moved sequentially. So you want to make sure that you're keeping them as close together as possible. You don't want to pull one in really deeply and lose track of some of the others, because it can kind of twist up the image. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and sharpen the tiara layer. This helps make some of the jewels stand out more. I like to do it twice. Okay, now I'm going to go to the effects on the tiara layer and drop a shadow. And then this shadow layer, which is black, I'm going to set to be overlay. Okay, now we can adjust the opacity of the shadow. And then we can even make it a little bit lighter to appear more natural. Okay, and then another trick we can do is adding an overlay, color overlay, which helps brighten the tiara up a bit. Okay, and now that I have that set, I can go ahead and sharpen certain areas for focus and blur some areas to bring it out of focus. Okay, our next edit, I'm going to show you guys how to bend a tiara. Okay, so this is going to appear on a profile. Again, the same subject, we're going to decrease it to look as natural as possible. Okay, and rasterize the tiara layer. Okay, and then we're going to go to Filter, Sharpen. I'm going to sharpen it twice. Okay, now we're going to go to Edit, Transform, and Warp. Same process. This is where it's super important to make sure that we're keeping these dots close together, pulling them in one by one very closely, so we don't get our image twisted up. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and sharpen once more. This helps bring the jewels out after we've warped the image. Okay, and I'm going to size it down just a little bit more. So I went to Free Transform. You can also do Control-T on your keyboard. Okay, I'm adding a layer mask so that I can erase this little bit up here by her edge of her tiara. It makes it look like it's going into her hair. Now I want to do the same thing that I did with the other. I'm going to drop a shadow. Right now I'm applying an overlay, which is brightening up the tiara jewels, and I'm setting the opacity down to about 45, which we'll see in a moment. Alright, dropping the shadow, making sure that is set to overlay, blend mode. Okay, and then our opacity we can adjust to taste. Maybe bring it down softer is natural. Okay, And now what I want to do is add a little bit of depth behind the tiara. So you need to get a really dark color. I'm using black. And then get your paintbrush and set it down to about 27 opacity. Okay, and so this is a layer behind the tiara crown. I'm going to kind of just softly paint a little bit behind it and blend this in so that it gives a little bit of depth behind the tiara to make it look more natural. So I'm choosing the blend mode of this layer to be overlay. And now I can kind of see that the tiara has a little bit of depth behind it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Check out our other tutorials for our amazing overlays.